It's Andrew with Apex Cards. I've got a really interesting video for you today. A lot of the comments that I've gotten on my previous videos are about selling in bulk. We've talked a lot about, of course, buying in bulk, but what do you do with all the junk wax commons and all the commons in general? Like, how do you get rid of these cards? I was getting ready to make a video about that, and I was actually already aware of this company called Kruk Cards, but they're, of course, one option for getting rid of bulk cards, but we'll talk about that a little. But I just wanted to do an analysis on this Kruk Cards. They are a fantastic company as far as I can tell, and a really interesting company, and I think you guys will think that they're pretty cool as well. This is Kruk Cards websites. These dudes are old school. This guy started the company back in '87. I was born in '87, so this guy's been hustling for a while in the card game. And excuse me, by the way, I have a bit of a cold, a little laryngitis, so my voice is a little different today. But anyway, Kruk Cards here. Check this out. So if you go here to buy prices, here we go. So buy prices on major sport common cards, years 1999 and older. So this is going to be all of your junk wax, right? They're paying $10 for a monster box of 5,000 baseball. They're paying $28 for a monster box of football, which is kind of interesting. $12 for a monster box of basketball, and then hockey, $18. Golf, $3. They do not want golf cards, apparently. And the prices get a little better. So 2000, 2009, a lot less cards printed during this time frame. Here are the prices that they pay. You can see them here, 12, 30. They've come up about $2, $3 on each of the boxes. They've almost doubled up on hockey. Golf, they still hate golf, $3 per 5,000. And then years 2010 to current. So that's going to include up to current year cards. You can see their prices have increased a bit more here. Golf still $3 though. So anyway, a lot of you guys were hating on me about my last purchase that I showed you. It was basically 200,000 basketball cards in one of my videos. That it was commons for sure. The listing said basketball commons. That's what I knew I was going to buy, and I paid $150 for the 200,000 commons. So let's say I take these over to John Kruk. They're basketball cards. Let's assume they're all older than 1999. 200,000, 200, 1, 2, 3, yep, divided by 5,000 equals $40. And so they pay $12 for 5,000 basketball cards. There you go. So Kruk Cards would pay me $500 for that big collection that I paid $500 for. Or sorry, that I paid $150 for. So right there, I could have loaded them up in my car, driven them over to Kruk Cards, and made myself a nice $350 profit. Okay? Only problem is Kruk Cards is in Michigan. I do not live in Michigan, nor am I going to drive to Michigan. But this is an example of a company who will literally buy your useless bulk commons. This is it. They pay, $2 per thousand basically on basketball. They pay $2 per thousand exactly on baseball. They're paying upwards of, what is this, $5 per thousand here on football. So over $5. So there you go. This is one way you can dump commons if that's what you're looking to do. The better question that you should be asking is, what does Kruk Cards do with these cards? That's the real question. If they're able to buy, if they're taking unlimited amounts of these cards, which I assume that they are, they're here on their website, and I'm going to prove to you in a minute that they're buying literally everything. What do these guys do with the cards? We're going to answer that in this video. So as you can see here, Kruk Cards, all collections, large and small, we buy it all. And so if you read through their website, great website, they buy everything. Even if you got one Mickey Mantle card and you got 10 million commons, they'll buy it all. Okay, not just the Mantle. Tons and tons of interesting stuff here. So 90,000 sales a year, perfect feedback, 29,000 items on eBay, 1,000 live auctions every single day. So at any given time, rather. One thing to note is they don't sell anything on this website. You literally cannot buy anything. If you click on our store, it takes you right to eBay. There you go. So, yeah, 35,494 items on eBay. These guys are big boys, right? So this is let me show you this. Okay, let's go to the about section here. These are their employees. Do you know what the payroll is on a group of employees like this? It's millions and millions of dollars a year. I would guess $2.5 million a year to keep all of these employees paid. What are we talking about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, there's 25 dudes here. 25 men and women here that you're paying, all adults who are making at least, let's say at minimum, $45,000 a year. So you do the math on that. A lot of money to keep these people employed. I believe this is the owner here, this guy over here. He's probably making a little more than $45,000, right? Let's scroll down here. This is kind of interesting. These are their buyers. This is George Kruk. He's the CEO and owner and probably the founder, of course. Could have been his father, but I believe it was him. Here's Eric here. He's a purchaser, and Scott. So these guys are who you would talk to if you're going to sell, I assume. But look at this video of this picture of Eric right here. Look at this background. I mean, you can see. I mean, there's some cards stacked here, But look at these. This is a warehouse. We're talking like forklifts in here stacking product. I mean, just massive amounts of product that these guys are going through. So I did a little research. Their address is right down here. You can see. And so I pulled up their address and did a little Google Street View action. And this is their warehouse. I mean, look at this bad boy. We're talking loading docks for semi trucks. We can look in here. I don't know what that is, but it's a lot of it. I mean, this thing is enormous. A humongous warehouse. Look, they got trailers here. This is where they go out and buy collections and just load them into these closed trailers, little travel trailers. Or sorry, transport trailers. I mean, just a enormous warehouse. These guys do not have a physical location that you can come to and buy. All of their sales are online. And I got really interested in Kruk Cards. And if you look right here, what are they selling? Well, they're selling bulk lots on eBay. They obviously buy a lot of bulk. They got a lot of sealed wax too, of course, that they're getting in collections. But they're selling these bulk lots. Like here's a bunch of Fleer Ultra, just random Fleer Ultra. $22. Here's a bunch of 888 to 94 tops, multi-brand, right? People bidding this up. Let's look at this listing. This is an auction, by the way. It's already got 2 bids, already at $51. Look, they put all the stars out here, right, where you can kind of see what you're getting, and in the rest of the box is the commons. I mean, this is selling stuff 101. Very easy. Fantastic pictures, tons of pictures. Look at this. I mean, this is how you do it. If you're wondering how you sell bulk, this is how you do it. You can either give it all to Kruk Cards and they'll list it, or you can follow their lead and list it like they list it. And it's on and on and on. Look at these listings. I mean, these cards are commons. There's endless amounts of this stuff. This is like 91, 92, 89, 87. Nothing special here, guys. $61. And, we got 2 days left on this auction. Let's go back here. This is a little easier to see. So here's their stuff. Let's go to newly listed. Let's see what they've been listing this week. Here's a whole case of Beckett magazines. Guess who's got a ton of those? Your boy. Yeah. Okay. Case of 100 1990 Beckett magazine. The first issue of Michael Jordan on the front. I don't have a case, but I've got maybe 10 or 15 of this exact magazine. A lot of 300 top Sterling Hitchcock. The same dude. 300 of them. You can buy them right here for $30. A lot of 125 1990 score Juan Gonzalez, all the same player. They're just like sorting out all the same player and selling massive quantity of it. Here we go, 1993 Topps baseball complete set. Not a very desirable set. Okay, well it's got Jeter here, right? So this will sell. Take that back. That is a desirable set because it has the Jeter. Here's 800 1984 Donruss. Tons of this stuff around. A lot of 700 random 1990 to 92 basketball stars. Hoops, Skybox, Fleer, Jordan, Pippen, Kemp. Right? This This is exactly, it's up to $51. Oh my God. This is exactly what I got in that big lot that you guys said I shouldn't have bought. Well, here it is right here. Kruk Cards auctioning off exactly that. Basketball commons. Sure, he threw a couple Jordans in there, of course. Got to. But who cares about Pippen? Who cares about Kemp? Honestly, Kemp was way overproduced, as was Pippen. Hell, the Jordans were overproduced. But on and on it goes. Let's look at solds. Okay, he's selling some graded cards. Interesting. Jerseys, that's another interesting thing that they sell. They sell a lot of memorabilia and hats. We've got a huge warehouse. Why not? Here's like autograph cards. Here, let's go ahead and type in lot of, so we can see what lots are selling. Okay. Here's 94 John Smoltz from 1989 Topps rookie. Okay. Extremely overprinted card. Here's 100 Mark McGuire cards for $28. Here's a bunch of these post, I've sold these before, these post serial cards cut out of the boxes, hand cut cards. You know, here's a lot of 100 Bernie Williams from 1990 Topps. On and on it goes, right? 150 Tom Glavine cards. 800 Topps baseball stars, minor stars. This is literally a box of commons. Literally a box of commons for 50. This is how you do it. This is how you sell commons. These guys have got it perfected. That was a buy it now we just looked at. Here's 89 Smoltz, more rookies. I mean, we've seen 2 lots of these Smoltz, right? I mean, he probably has 500,000 of these John Smoltz cards. But all you got to do, I mean, like, you know, we're still in March here. Today's March 6th. You know, page 2 now. The second set of 100. So anyway, tons and tons of sales. Check this out. Here's an interview that literally no one has watched of George Kruk. Is it John Kruk? I think it's George. Yeah, does it even say his name here? What did we find out his name was? George Kruk. Here's an interview with him right here. This guy does a pretty good interview. This is a younger guy here. I'm not familiar with his channel. He doesn't have many subscribers. You know what? Let's give Homeboy a subscribe. He does a fantastic interview with this guy. Now, he doesn't understand a lot of what George says. Like, for example, there's one point early in the video where George says, yeah, we sell wholesale to repackers. This guy has no idea what repackers are. George tries to explain it and does explain it to the young guy, the interviewer, right? But you'll see in this video he says that they recently shipped 12 pallets of hockey commons to someone who was doing repacks. And so repacks, of course, are repackaged cards that are sold in big box stores. You'll see them commonly at Walmart and you know, other stores like that. They put a star on the front, a star on the back, and they put it in a clamshell. I'm repeating exactly what he says. George says here, put it in a clamshell, and they put it on the shelves and sell it. So pallets. These guys are shipping out pallets of commons. That should give you an idea of how much they're buying and selling at the same time. Like, you can't ship out 12 pallets if you don't have 12 pallets, obviously. And you don't ship out your last 12 pallets, right? You've got more. You probably have hundreds of pallets of commons if you're selling 12. The fact that they can even fill that order is unbelievable. Another thing he says is that about 40% of his sales are on eBay and 35% are on Amazon. That is very interesting. So I found their Amazon store. 4,000 results on Amazon. What are they selling on Amazon? They're selling repacks, right? They're also selling perfume, which is kind of interesting. They're selling pack lots. They have tons of junk wax. I mean, look at the reviews on these. 1,400 reviews. Nobody reviews a product on Amazon. I bought thousands of products on Amazon and never have written a review. I mean, so this 1,400 reviews probably represents 20,000 sales. Just this listing. You know, I mean, these dudes are making, this is how you do it. This is an enormous business. the only online presence is through third-party marketplace. They're not doing breaks, they're not on Whatnot. They're on eBay and Amazon, and they're selling wholesale, and they're selling perfume. Maybe that's the secret, is the perfume. But this is a fantastic business. These dudes are making millions and millions of dollars a year. You've probably never even heard of them. Literally, only 24 people have watched this interview with this massive CEO in the industry. I'm one of the 24 that has watched it. So, how many companies like this are there? There are probably tons. I mean, this guy is doing it right. So, some notes. Let me look at my notes here. Anything else I want to say? Oh yeah, in this video, he says that he has 5 listers. So you saw that those employees, there were about 25 employees. 5 of them he has listing. I assume they're splitting between eBay and Amazon. Let's see what else. He's got a huge warehouse, no storefront, which we already talked about. We talked about the tractor trailer load. He also buys lots of uniforms and memorabilia. There's a part in this video where he bought out a collector in North Carolina that had literally 10 tractor trailer loads of just jerseys. So this guy, this is a real deal. He's making multi-million-dollar deals. You've never even heard of him. Probably, maybe you have. Maybe he's a commonly known name, but I don't see their name pop up. In fact, the only way that I know about this guy is that another old school guy who was the guy that owned the quote New Jersey collection. If you watch some of my other videos where I talk about the New Jersey collection, he mentioned that if I didn't buy them, he was going to send them to George Kruk at Kruk Cards. And that was the first time I ever heard the name Kruk Cards. And so I investigated and realized that they buy commons. And so you can go right here and see what their buy prices are. And yeah, I mean, this is the real deal. I mean, look at this, how much they're paying for Pokemon. You can actually sell your Pokemon bulk at far better prices than this, but that's how much more valuable Pokemon cards are than sports cards. Magic, he's $10 per card, same as baseball. Yu-Gi-Oh, 15 per 5,000. So another thing they buy is wax. Here are their wax buy lists, right? So if you look here, any NBA junk wax, price per box $2.50. Crazy low price. I would pay at least $40 per junk wax box for any box, and I commonly buy and sell basketball junk wax. I would gladly pay up to $40 per box, literally any box. So I don't know how often this is updated, but I mean, if he's buying NBA junk wax at $2.50 a box, I mean, he's making a fortune. And so dudes like this have a name for themselves. The amount of calls he probably gets on a daily basis with massive collections is just probably unbelievable. So really like this business. Very interested to learn more about them, and thought I would share it with you guys. Very cool stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments about Kruk Cards. And again, if you need to dump your junk wax, here you go. Here is one option for you. And if you don't want to sell to John, you copy John. Sorry, George. George Kruk. I don't know why I keep calling him John. You just look at this. Look at these successful sellers, how they do it, and you do it the same. I mean, this is a light box. They're taking these photos. How many photos do they take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They take 7 photos. They take one main photo. They take photos of the stars that are in the box. They take another main photo with everything laid out, and the final main photo to fit everything in, and then they list it. Easy peasy. What's their listing look like? Fantastic looking listing, of course. We buy everything. Awesome business right here. Awesome business. Anyway, guys, please like. This video is probably getting a little long. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what you think about Kruk Cards. I think they're fantastic. Oh yeah, and go subscribe to our homeboy here at the Pit Stop and watch this interview. You need to watch this interview. You can fast forward if they're talking about something stupid like NBA Top Shots, but watch this interview. It's fantastic. All right, thank you guys. Bye.